G'day everyone. Today I actually thought I'd take you around finally to see my finished Landcruiser. I've been working at it for a while now. It's taken me over 12 months to get it to this stage, but I thought I'd show you everything that I've put in. So let's start with the front of the vehicle. I've used Raslar on the whole vehicle, and I'll sort of explain where I've put it on. Now, like I said, I've used Raslar. I've also used Raslar on the side and on the back as well. I really like the look of the bull bar particularly. It does give you quite a bit of clearance underneath, and it also gives you a good plate there to stop getting any damage underneath, a bash plate. You've also got recovery points that you can see here. They're all put in so you can safely snatch out if you need to. It even comes with these driving lights as well that replace the ones which are in the standard bar, which are no good. The other thing too is it does have all your sensors and everything are working too. I got the hoop bar. You can also get ones that go right across, but I just wanted the hoop bar. The winch on the front is a 1,200 pound worn winch, and the lights on the front are actually steady lights. They're EVO 8-inch, 8.5-inch. They're spotlights that I've put on. I've got spot because I've also got a light bar up the top that I'll show you as well. I did have Toyota fit the stone, whatever you call them, guard at the front there as well. If we move around, you can see that I've put these guards on. They were due to the fact that I had to allow for the thickness of the wheels and also to get the accreditation when they put the Lovells suspension in there. I have got a full Lovells kit in this. Including upper control arms. I'll show you on the back, you might be able to see it a little bit better. And I've got ROH wheels. Now the car's dirty because we're actually using it. I haven't cleaned it. This is exactly how it is. They're Wild Peak tyres that I've put on these, the AT3Ws. They're rated at 1,600 pounds, 1,650 kilograms, sorry. They're rated at. Now they are LT tyres, and you need that for the Lovells upgrade that I've got, which is I think it's a 4.2 tonne upgrade. They're LT 285 65 R18s, so they're 18-inch rims. Like I said, these are the guards that I'm using. I like them, but it just depends. You can colour code them if you wanted to. That way you wouldn't notice them. But I sort of like the black against the white here. You can see the rock sliders down the bottom. They're really good because it'll protect your panels if you hit rocks and things like that. I've also got clear view mirrors installed as well. Due to the fact that I'm towing a caravan, which I'll show in a separate video, I am using clear view mirrors, which I actually find they're fine. You can see down the back, if I come through here, you can sort of just see the Lovells suspension in here. They are remote reservoir units. And you can adjust them as well, so if you wanted to have a softer ride or a lighter ride, you can do that at the same time. I've got a Camp Boss awning here up the top. That is self-supporting, also has lights and things like that as well, which is a really nice unit. On the back, this is where I also said I had a Raslar as well. It also protects the back part of the car there, and it gives you more room, clearance at the back too. You can see it's got the tyre holder now on the back there as well, which I've just stuck a zone bag on there. That's quite handy. I'll show you inside all these soon. This is all your towing gear that you need, your Anderson plugs, etc. But you can see too that it gives you these really good driving lights. They are really bright for when you're reversing, so they're great because the Lovells upgrade that you have, you must have reversing lights. If I move around here, you can see the roof rack, and I'll take you up there in a minute and show you everything that's up the top. I'll explain all about that. And that's just the car from the side. I'm really happy with how it looks. I probably would like to go for a little bit of a better offset to fill up the rims a little bit more. But they do look quite good. Actually, I can show you the remote res suspension through here. You can see this is all the suspension. The ride itself is great. If I have it on the softest setting, it's good without any weight. But if you load it up with the van and some weight in the back even, it rides really, really nicely. I was surprised about that. I thought it was going to be quite sort of harsh, but it hasn't been, so I'm very pleased about that. Now up the top, you can see here I've used an ARB base rack. It does have the air diffuser on there as well. And it's even got an ARB light up the top there as well, which spreads out. That's why I got spots for the front, because running them both together, it really gives me all that I need. This is really, really quiet. In fact, I can't hear it, so it's really good. I did sort of hear from a lot of people saying that they were noisy, but I certainly haven't had that. These lights I've got on both sides over here, and I'll show you where they work from. But they're great. They can they're bi-colour, so they can be white or orange. I've just got a shovel holder here as well, and I'll go up in a minute and show you from above. On the back of the car itself, this is plastic. I got that because I was worried about stone chips coming up. It's a rhino hide, I think, and it works really good. Just suction cups onto the back of the window. But the only thing is it can get hard to clean inside because it can get dirty, but I'd rather that than have a broken rear window, which apparently can be quite common. So let's have a look inside, and I'll just show you a couple of the extra features that we've got in here. Just got this little pocket. I use that for the GME radio, and also a little tyre pressure monitor there as well. I'll show you here that I am using a Garmin. So I'm using a scan gauge over here. That really is very critical or very important because I'm towing a large van, and that really helps a lot. I've also got a tyre gauge. I'm not sponsored by anyone, guys, so I'm just sort of showing you what that I use. I've got a tyre gauge there, which also does the van as well as the car, and I've got an XR Connect GME radio there as well that I use obviously for communication. So let me just show you from the top. You can see that this is a red arc solar panel here. It's a 200 watt of power, so it does keep the batteries charged inside. I do have the Extreme Maxi Tracks here as well. They're all tied down with K-On gear. The back, I'm actually using K-On attachments here to keep that awning on. They work really well. And at the back, I'm using this. It's just a solid mount that's made out of steel that I just bolted onto the ARB base rack. That's for the Starlink Mini. That works great, so I never have to worry about it coming off or anything else. I've just got that sort of wired through the door there. I didn't want to drill a hole actually through the door, but it works really well. And just in the back, I do keep these in a pocket normally. That's what I was using a second ago to look on the roof. They are terrific. So all you do is you just open them up, clip them down like that, and then you've got a stand that you can put your foot on to get to the roof racks. These are terrific. I've got 2 of these. The only other extra I've got in the back is a fire extinguisher, which I think everyone should have. And on the other side, I've just got a pocket. It sort of hangs from the top there. There's just a navigator pocket, and it has multiple pockets in it. One of the other things that I got fitted too was a secondary fuel filter, just in case if, you know, I get bad fuel. So I have got that installed. I have done another couple of engine modifications. I'll show you those in another video. So what we'll do now is I'll just show you on the inside. These are great, these little handles. They're dirty obviously because I've been travelling on some dirt roads, but they're fantastic, and then you just open them up. They're on really good arms there. And we'll just do the second one. Open that up. Again, you can see these are all Raslars. And then if I open the back up, this will give you an idea of what I've done in the back of the car. So I've used ARB drawers. I've got two different sizes so that I could fit the ARB fridge in there. I'm using the Zero ARB fridge and freezers. You can control those from your phone as well, so that's great. And I think that's a really good thing. Even the ARB compressor I can do from my phone as well. I'm using this just to power the Starlink. It does use a reasonable amount of power, so I'm just basically charging it from that. And I run, when I'm running the car, I just connect it from the side and charge it up that way, or I've also got a solar panel that I can use as well. These have, you know, separate drawers that you can put underneath through here. This is your air compressor, so you can blow up your tyres or do anything else that you want to do. I have got an Anderson plug that I can use here as well. There's a little top on this, which means you can do your cooking and things like that on the top, which I really like. And there's also the drawers. Let me just bring this back. Are really quite large. All the bags that I'm using are Crash Pad. I really like their stuff. It tends to be really nice to use. I might go through another video and sort of show everything that I've got in these bags. The other thing too is I'm using K-On shelving at the top there. That's fantastic to be able to use the top part of your car that normally wouldn't get used. So that is terrific. I do have an ARB rack at the back there, and it just stops things from shooting to the front. So it's sort of like a cage protection. The K-On even has arms that go down, so you could hang stuff off that as well. The mini drawer here, you can slide the fridge out. So that's, I'll just go from the side so you can see it. That's sliding the fridge out. You can do that independently, obviously, from the bottom drawers. I've got all, like I said, tools, and I'll go through all of these in a separate video to sort of show you everything that I'm carrying. But the drawers seem to be, they're really solid and really well made. So I'm, you know, extremely happy with how they all work. And they do lock open at the end, so if you're on a hill or something like that, they, you know, they won't automatically close. I've got a 240 volt power adapter here that runs from the inverter. I'll talk about that in a minute. These control the lights from the back here. I can also do it from the phone as well, but they can just be turned on as well from there. On the back, again, I can do all this from the phone. There's an inverter switch here, which will turn the inverters on, and just this little back one here just turns a light on that you'll see there. Just lights up the back if you want to do that. But very, very neat. I'm very, very happy with everything that they've done. You can sort of tell that they use quality materials, and like I said, I'm not sponsored by them. I've just found that I like the stuff that they produce, and it all fits in really nicely. There is only a couple of extras that I will talk about. I do use an iTech World, and again, not sponsored by iTech World. I've got their battery starter just in case if I run out of battery. But let me show you behind these seats. So what I've done now is I've lifted the seats forward. You can see that there, just to sort of show you how it's all been wired up at the back, and you can see the sort of metal cages that are related to the drawers that have been used. Like I said, it's all very, very good, strong quality. You can see the K-On cage here. Oh, sorry, this is an ARB one. The way that's all mounted in is very, very strong. And then I've got all relays and everything like that in here. It works really good because I can change fuses, etc., from inside this area as well. And this is all to do with the wireless part going into my phone. It's all related to this section here. This is the BCDC C250D. So that's how I get the solar charge in. So this is just the other side. You can see how neat everything is. Like it really is laid out very, very well. I do have PowerPoints that are put into here, the 12 volt power points that you can see there. So in here I've got the 2000 watt pure sine inverter. That's a red arc one. And also I've got the ARB compressor that's in there as well. Inside, underneath the other drawer, there's a 200 kilowatt battery, which seems to be enough for everything that I need to use. Again, though, you can sort of see how strong and neat this all is. So if you have any questions, just put them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I'm very happy with how it all works, and I think it's, it's quite a nice looking machine. I said I would like to have fraction wider wheels, but that might come once the tyres have gone, so I may do it then. Apart from that, I'm happy with everything that's on it. Now I will review the caravan that I'm using soon, so stay tuned for that, and I hope you'll follow me for my other videos that I'm going to show soon. Bye for now.